Hey everybody, I'm Brandon.
I'm Ellie.
And welcome to Real Rank Reviews. Alrighty, welcome to episode 4 of our MCU ranking and review.
Yes.
The way we decided to do it is we're watching all of these films, all 22 films in the MCU leading up to Avengers Endgame, that one being the 22nd.
Yes.
And we want to watch them all really close together and rank them shortly after watching them.
Yes.
But we couldn't watch them all and do one ranking video because that would just take way too much time.
Long.
It would take way too much time to do in one video. So we decided to split it up into chunks where we add 2 videos every single time and say where they fall within our list as of that point. And we don't look at each other's lists beforehand, so
Surprise.
this reveal for us is going to be the same as the reveal for you guys. So, without further ado, 3, 2, 1, go!
Ooh. Interesting.
Okay, not bad. I can work with.
You can work with
The
that?
what's rough is.
The rest of our list is just so different at this point.
The rest of our list is so different. So like, I'm still caught up by the fact that you put Captain America above.
I know.
No, wait. I can't live with that. No.
I'm a sinner.
The first Avenger is not better than Winter Soldier. Wait, sorry. Let's read. You read your list from bottom to top.
Yes. So at the top I have Captain America, and then the Avengers, and then I have Winter Soldier, and then I have Guardians of the Galaxy, and then I have Thor, Thor 2, Iron Man 3, The Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 1, and Iron Man 2 at the bottom.
Okay, and I'll start from number 10. My number 10, my bottom is Iron Man 2. Oh, I forgot to put the 2 there. That's probably very confusing. I'm sorry. Iron Man 2. Number 9 is Thor. Number 8 is Thor: The Dark World. Number 7 is Iron Man. 6 is Guardians of the Galaxy. 5 is Iron Man 3. 4 is Captain America: The First Avenger. 3 is The Incredible Hulk. 2 is Captain America: The Winter Soldier. And number 1 is The Avengers. So first off, let's talk about where Winter Soldier fell compared to the first Captain America, because I think that's where we differ the most.
Yeah.
You like the first Captain America better than the
Yes.
Winter Soldier.
Yes. I love the Winter Soldier a lot, but I like the first Captain America.
What?
And I don't see, and the problem is, once you get down to the nitty gritty like this, I have a hard time explaining why. The Winter Soldier is a great movie.
I see. So I understand why it's under Winter Soldier is under the Avengers. Obviously,
Yes.
Winter Soldier is right under
Yes.
the Avengers for me.
Uh-huh.
I can't see the Winter Soldier is. I think. Let me look in my head for the MCU sequels. No. Yeah, the Winter Soldier is the best direct sequel to an origin in the MCU.
That might be valid.
It
Sure.
is.
I could get on board with that.
And it's in one of the main reasons for that is it's better than the predecessor.
It's so close for me. I see, and I know, and I'm aware that putting Captain America above the Avengers is blasphemy. And so it just makes sense that the Winter Soldier's number 3, because I have, just like you put the Incredible Hulk where?
He's number 3 now. He got bumped down. Winter
Right.
Soldier's better than Incredible Hulk.
Which says a lot for you.
The fight choreography is amazing
really
in
is.
the Winter Soldier.
It really is.
It's got to be the best in the MCU. Except
It's
for
one of
the
the best.
Daredevil TV show, but it's really terrific.
It is very good. I'm a fan.
That's where I'm getting caught up is, so in my mind, spoilers by the way for my future rankings, unless something drastically changes while watching Civil War, I have always said Captain America meets one of the qualifications for a truly great trilogy, which means every movie is better than the one before it. And so you throw that off now.
Yeah, I do. And I'm not fighting because it's just preference, and I feel like this could change day to day. It's just they're all so close in my mind.
Right. So these are like your 5 or 4.5 star movies. And
Yeah.
like, where would you draw your lines on your list?
I feel like my 5-star movies are my first 3, down to Winter Soldier, and then Guardians of the Galaxy's 4, 4.5. That's my line for that. And then you go down to 3 stars about Iron Man 3, and then everything else is just less than 3 stars.
See, my top 2, Avengers and Winter Soldier, are probably 5-star movies in my opinion. 3 through probably 7 is probably like
Wow.
no. We'll say 3 and 4 are 4.5 stars.
Okay.
5 through 7 are 4 stars.
Okay.
Thor: The Dark World is probably 3.5. Thor is 3 stars, and Iron Man gets no stars,
Yeah.
nor place in the heavens.
No.
It's outer darkness.
We
for
don't talk
Iron
about
Man.
Iron Man 2.
It's real bad. Even though it's written as Iron Man, I promise I meant Iron Man 2. That wasn't.
That's okay.
Freudian slip.
Yeah.
I promise.
Yeah.
Um,
So why? I thought you were going to put Guardians of the Galaxy up higher.
no, Guardians of the Galaxy has always been low for me. Last
Really?
time I made an informal ranking just for myself, which was after Infinity War,
Yeah, so 6 months ago.
6 months ago. Was Infinity
Oh, longer than that.
longer than that?
Time flies.
Last time I did it, neither of the Guardians even made it into the top 10.
Right. That's
Mhm.
understandable.
Which that means they weren't even in the top half.
Yeah. This is
And
gonna
again,
suck.
it's almost at the top half,
Mhm.
but I think it switched places with Iron Man 3 since I watched it. I like Iron Man 3 a little bit better.
Okay.
Um,
I haven't
partly
watched
just because it took a character that I didn't care about, and it made me care about him. Finally,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
the redeeming movie of the trilogy,
Okay.
and that meant something.
Yeah.
to me.
I don't like the ending.
Of Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
Well, they filmed the ending because they were like, oh, we might lose Robert Downey Jr. He hasn't signed a contract yet. So they had to write an ending that worked for if he decided to stop.
Excuses. Still not a great movie. Not a great ending. I was disappointed by the ending.
How would you have felt about the ending if he had stopped being in the movies? What if that had been the final ending?
I still would be upset.
Oh, I would have been fine with it. I thought it was okay.
I think it was shoddy.
Although it is great that we still have them because it means we got amazing films like
Yes.
Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Oh, I'm
Captain
so
America:
ready.
Civil War.
And in my opinion, the MCU only gets better as you go on. And so these are going to start dropping down.
Right. These are also going to all probably start dropping down, I anticipate. Obviously, we haven't watched any of those movies recently. Like,
Right.
things could start beating each other
Sure.
out. Like, especially
Sure.
like I'm predisposed to
Yeah.
think my list
Trying
is
to
probably going to look like this, but
I'm trying to go in with it.
I've never put. I don't think I had ever put Iron Man 3 above Guardians of the Galaxy. But this time I was just like, yeah, no, I like Iron Man 3 a little bit better.
I
Although
like Guardians more.
while we talk about Guardians real quick.
Yeah.
Because we're both kind of in agreements. They're in similar places on
Yeah,
the list.
sure.
Mine is 6, yours is 4.
Yeah.
Uh,
Which is middle of the pack.
We both agree it's above Thor.
Yeah.
So that's nice. We both agree it's above most of the Iron Mans.
Yeah.
Your placement of Incredible Hulk is still deeply offensive to me and my people.
Good.
And by my people, I mean the other 2 people
Yeah.
who champion for the Incredible Hulk. But Guardians of the Galaxy, I was watching it last night, and since I've been dating you, I've paid a lot more attention to the music in movies, score and soundtrack.
I'm very tuned to score and soundtrack.
Whereas if someone asked me about how'd you feel about a score, I'd be like, what do you mean? I don't think I knew. I'm a huge fan of the Avengers. I don't think I knew the Avengers theme. Like, I couldn't hum it for you until probably a couple months ago.
I mean, it's crazy. It's one of the best parts about the movie.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Before we get a copyright strike, stop. Okay.
Buzzkill.
I know. But now that I've been paying more attention to that, I had a greater appreciation for Guardians. I remember walking out of that movie, and everyone was expecting that movie to be a flop when it came out.
Right.
And I remember walking out, and it was. I remember walking out and being like, "That wasn't a flop.
No.
It wasn't great,
It wasn't
but
great.
it wasn't a flop." Whereas everyone else in the universe seems to have thought it was great. It's in a lot of people's top 2 or 3. It's like
That's crazy to me. I wouldn't put it that high.
no, I wouldn't. I think there's a distinct drop in quality between Winter Soldier and Guardians.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's a little weird to me that you have them right next to each other, but not at this point in the game necessarily.
Yeah, no, there's going to be definitely some wiggle, like,
Yeah.
things are going to start inserting themselves
Right
in between now.
Yeah. Let's see. Winter Soldier is one that crawled up on my list over time, probably. Well, I think if you would ask, because, so, just so you guys know, if you go to the theater, like, the theater experience affects you greatly. And here's the proof of that. Well, sorry about that. We had a young gentleman knock on the door asking for,
Someone who's
asking
not
for
here.
something.
Yeah.
And so I just went and shooed him away nicely.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
It was nice.
I was about to tell my story about going and seeing The Winter Soldier in theaters.
Yes, you were talking about you talked with your brother afterwards.
Right. I talked with my brother after seeing Amazing Spider-Man 2 in theaters, which was a couple months after Winter Soldier, and I said, hey man, what do you think was better, this or The Winter Soldier? A dead serious question. I know the internet hates Amazing Spider-Man 2, but that was a dead serious question. My brother was like, I think Captain America. I'm like, man, you're nuts. It was Amazing Spider-Man 2 all the way. And part of it was just because I was sitting next to my friend Mike. And Mike fell asleep during The Winter Soldier. He finds Captain America so boring.
How?
And so like that, like I was just like, oh, this is kind of a boring movie. Like my buddy's falling asleep next to me. And Amazing Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man's his favorite superhero. He was just like, woohoo, yeah, hollering and hooting the whole time. And I did in fact openly weep when Gwen Stacy died, and that was part of it.
It's just so cringy.
I love that movie. I still like it.
It's decent.
But I put Winter Soldier way below it, and since I've watched Winter Soldier, it gets better every time I watch it. Well, no.
Almost every time.
Almost every time, except for this last time.
Yeah.
In which case, light spoilers for Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel ruined several scenes in this movie for me, but I decided not to let it affect my ranking of this movie. However, Captain Marvel will get bumped down several slots. Now that I've watched this and Captain Marvel took that from me.
Yeah, a lot of people were upset by that, which is understandable.
I didn't expect it to actually no, I kind of did expect it, but it ruined it more than I even thought it would. So that was really frustrating.
I thought it was funny. Apparently, I'm in the minority because several people online are now very angry at Captain Marvel.
No, not very many. Most people actually thought it was very amusing what they did.
Oh, okay. The loudest people then. I've just seen a lot.
Oh yeah, the loudest people are the stupidest. What does that say about me? So that did hurt the film for me.
Sure.
But in my head now, I just pretend Captain Marvel doesn't exist in the same universe as Winter Soldier.
Really?
In my head, I'm just like, oh, we'll come to that when we come to Captain Marvel.
Okay.
But in order to reconcile Captain Marvel with the rest of the universe, yeah, I kind of just have to pretend like it's almost the same universe, but not quite.
Yeah, it's an AU.
Yeah, it's an alternate universe.
Yeah.
Very close though. Yeah. So, anyways, Guardians of the Galaxy, we put it basically the same place.
Yeah.
We didn't have any huge fundamental disagreements except for Winter Soldier in relation to Captain America: The First Avenger.
And like I said, my top three, depending on the day, kind of tend to flip-flop around. I'm not one for hardcore rankings, which is ironic because I'm doing this video. But those could switch depending on my mood. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm married to most of my ranking at this point. Probably like 5 through 7 are all really close.
Okay.
And
that makes sense. They're the middle.
Yeah, but 4 is definitely above everything else. 3 is definitely above everything else. 2 is where it should be, and 1 is where it should be.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, I think that's
about it.
That's the end of our video.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Sorry about that weird cut in the middle. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Let us know in the comments what your ranking of the first 10 MCU movies are. Tell us where we're wrong.
Fight us.
Go ahead and tell us what future rankings you would like us to do, like what film series or whatever. I think we've already agreed we're doing Twilight at some point.
Ugh. Heaven help me.
So if you don't want to see Twilight, give us other recommendations, and
Yeah.
we'll do those first. And maybe never get to Twilight.
Please. I'm begging you.
But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
See you next time.